Hello Sthandwa, unjani? I hope uyaphila, ndiyaphila nam. Igama lam ndinguPhumza, ndiyakwamkela kwi-wellness space sethu. It is our wellness space. So Sthandwa, the first thing I'd love for you to do is to subscribe, to like, and most importantly, to comment, because we are here to create a community of like-minded people that want to make sure that our lives and our minds align with the purpose and the person that we would like to become. Because and you are the one that writes your own story, so you can become the person ofuna ukuba nguye ngokwakho. Right. The sad thing about us and the generation that we live in this moment is that we move from one thing to the next thing, because that's just how we're programmed. When you are given a task, unikwa itask ngoku uyigqibe ubezokunika itask elandelayo. Inqabile indawo okanye a space apho khona unikwa itask and then kuthiwe no rest, phumla, and then after that you will be given another task. Inqabile. But the space that we are in and the life that we are living, you chase one goal after the next goal after the next goal. And that's how we're living our daily lives as well. If ungaqaphela into yobana phuma kunyaka 2025 usadiniwe, usakhefuzela, usenengxaki, usanemithwalo kanyaka 2025, then you move from there and you jump into unyaka 2026. You're not really mentally prepared, you're not really physically prepared or even spiritually prepared to step into the new year. But already so many New Year's resolutions, so many vision boards, so many zinto sowuzilungiselele zona, and udiniwe. And that is the reason why abantu abaninzi bathi befika kuJune sesithi umuntu une and fatigue yena akafuni uyingena nje, and ubona uba umuntu unochuku, and they just short-tempered because we are carrying so much luggage, and this is luggage that we put on ourselves. Sizithwalisa imithwalo, sisathwele imithwalo. Basically, that means you are still dealing with so much from the year before, and you get to the new year and you're already putting so much on your shoulders. Today, we are here to say rest. Learn how to rest, and learn how to rest in an advantage manner. Because Tina, we associate resting with laziness. We associate resting with it's a waste of time. There could be something else I could be doing with my time. There could be something else. But if you rest with the perspective of, in order for me to walk even further, I have to make sure that I am ready for the journey. I am here to ask you 4 questions. If you are someone that says, Phumza, I am someone that does New Year's resolutions, I'm someone that works on a structure, and I am someone that has a vision board, and when it comes to ubumam. My first question is, if you were to look back on a vision board in New Year's resolutions 2025, what did you achieve and what could you not achieve from that vision board? That's the first question. And the second question that I'm here to ask you is, based on the things that you did not achieve, what was the reason? What were the reasons of your hurdles? What were the reasons of your delays? What happened? What challenges did you occur that ended up saying when you're facing the fact that you could not achieve this thing? And the third thing is, based on these challenges that you have now occurred, or any of these challenges that you've now faced, what did you learn from those challenges that you took and you put in your toolbox, so that if a challenge like that comes up in the year of 2026, you have faced it before and you know how to tackle it, because you took the knowledge from the past issue that you had and you can now implement it in this one. The whole purpose of you being able to answer these questions and get these answers is for you to feel like you are constantly in motion. Because what discourages us as human beings is feeling stagnant. As soon as I start to feel stagnant, as soon as I look up and I feel like ndisame ndawonye, andishukumi, andigungqi, andibheki phambili, andithini, kulapho amandla am avele aphele khona. That is where I start to feel like there is no progress in my life. That is where I start to feel discouraged. Because when I look up and I see that I've been standing in the same spot that I stood in 2025, 2024, 2023, and I'm still in the same spot, then it does create a sense of what is the point. But now, as I had stated, that the whole purpose of our space, our wellness space, is for us to create a mind that aligns with our purpose. Create a mind that aligns with the person that you would like to become. How do you do this? We have to understand, first of all, the power of your mind. If you have a subtle mind, which means that you will have a subtle perspective in life, that leads to you making very subtle decisions, and that leads to you dealing with life in a subtle manner. But if you have a clustered mind and you feel like kuhlangahlangene, kuxinene, kuninzi okwenzekayo kwengqondweni, uzoqaphela into yobana kwa ii-decisions ozenzayo izoba zii-mistakes ezincinci because ingqondo yakho ixinene. Uzakwenza impazamo nje ezincinci ubone uba ezi mpazamo ngoku zisanda because unengqondo exineneyo. So we have to understand that a lot of things that have to do with us, a lot of things that we deal with are because of our mind. Everything starts with the mind. I do understand, no, it's money. If you can give me money, but if I give you money and your mindset is still in the form of desperation, your mindset is still in survival mode, your mindset is still in stagnation, then uzoyisebenzisa imali izophela kuwe ezandleni. But if I give the same 1,000 rand or the same 2,000 rand to someone that has a settled mindset, to someone that has a mindset that aligns with their purpose, to someone that has a mindset that aligns with their decision making, that aligns with their perspective, then they will be able to see opportunity in that 1,000 rand. But now, in order for you to become that person, you have to first of all ask yourself, what type of person am I aiming to become? We live in a world right now where you have access to so many people and how they live their lives. Now people are actually mimicking people and mimicking other people's lives unintentionally. They mimic uhlobo omnye umuntu aphila ngalo. They mimic uhlobo omnye umuntu azame ngalo. Abone umuntu bana, how can I take that and put that into my life? And that's not how it's supposed to be. You learn to create. You don't learn to mimic. You learn information from Upumza so that you take that and you see, how can I go a step further? It's not, how can I follow Pumza step by step? And that is not how life goes. It's not a copy and paste. You can't do copy and paste. It's not possible. And the beautiful thing about ingqondo, our minds, is that our minds align with the spiritual life that we have. And for me, it is the beautiful Bible. And even in the word, it does state in Proverbs 24, verse 27, put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. If your fields are not ready, you cannot build your house, because your house will have cracks in the foundation. Kukho abantu xa kuphela unyaka abavunayo, uqaphele ke ngoku into yobana thina bantu khange simlungise umhlaba wethu ekuqaleni konyaka, thina bantu khange sizame ukutyala ekuqaleni konyaka, it does cause a bit of a frustration because it goes back to what I stated. You wake up one day, it's the end of the year, and you feel stagnant. You feel like you've been standing in the same spot that you've been standing in January. Put in the work, put in the outdoor work, fix your fields. Ask yourself, the challenges that I had in the year before, how do I overcome those challenges in this year? Because if you do not work on yourself and you do not ask yourself these questions, and you will consistently be the same person over and over and over and over again. But everything starts with you working on yourself. Everything starts with you fixing the ground, fixing the fields before you plant that idea. Everything starts with you taking a decision. The little that you have, you ask yourself, what can I do to get what I want with what I have? If I only have an iPhone, or I only have a phone, what can I do to utilize the phone in order for me to move on to the next step? If I only have igadi encinci emva ekhaya, what can I do to utilize just le gadanyana in 1 meter okanye isezo space ezincinci endingayisebenzisa to move forward so that ndiyandise ibe kusesinye space? What can I do to utilize my love for writing in order for me to move forward? These are the questions that we ask ourselves. These are the things that we have to sit with ukuze sikwazi ukubheka phambili. Because thina singabantu, the only thing that we do, or most of us, and I've done it as well, where you just sit and you pray. But ke ngelishwa, you have to pray in motion. You have to pray in movement. You can't pray uhlale phansi. You can't pray a prayer that says, Lord, align me with the people that will help me in my destiny, but you don't go outside. Where are you going to meet these people? You can't pray a prayer that says, Lord, help me find a job. Lord, help me find employment. Lord, help me with my finances. But with the little that I have, I'm not utilizing it to move forward. And I do understand, Ndubana, it's frustrating. I know. I understand. It's frustrating ukuziva ingathi usame ndawonye. Ukuziva ingathi awubheki phambili. Ukuziva ingathi uthi wobheka uqomba lento yenzeka kulo nyaka yenzeke kulo nyaka phele insuku ziqala ufana ziyafana. But if you notice, when you start to believe that, it will consume you. So guys, thank you so much for joining our community. Thank you so much for being a part of us. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to like. Please don't even hesitate to share this with Umdu that might need it. God bless. Bye bye, Sthandwa.